for 3 years. 3 years. Wow. All right. All right. Ghost of Yotei time. Speaking of Japan, Ghost of Yotei. All right, let's turn this up.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of. And today, Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved. And we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play. But let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend.
You know, I came into this thinking like, all right, I'm a little bit pessimistic because it's a revenge quest, but I started hearing the music. Yo, it's not October yet, but we're back. We're back.
The Onryo.
Let's go.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times.
I'm getting chills. Oh, whoa.
By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause it too much, but I'm getting a little excited because I'm hearing undertones of the Tsushima theme, and I'm not gonna hum it because the microphone filter I got doesn't let hums come through. It counts them as M's and things the air conditioner, so it doesn't come through. But you can hear that motif. That is the Ghost of Tsushima theme. I'll run that back a second.
With the push of a button, you can experience
right
those cherished times. By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal. It's that pain that pushes her forward. Hunting down the Yotei Six.
That is so gangsta. When this game got announced, it was something that I think PlayStation, maybe more so than Sucker Punch, had mentioned was going to take advantage of the PS5 Pro in a way that other games hadn't. And off the top of my head, that's something that seems to be the case. I can't think of another game that can do something like that. Where it's almost like, I mean, I'm not going to try to explain the technology. I don't really understand it, but it's almost like a whole nother game is hidden underneath the main game that you're playing.
Is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that, at its heart, is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films.
Of course.
So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan.
It's also because of the monitor I have. I don't know what other people are watching this on. I have this crazy $600 monitor that's got HDR and all the bells and whistles, 4K and all that. That was an amazing looking shot.
Samurai.
I can't. I'm thinking this. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm just going to say it. there's a part of me wants to get a PS5 Pro. I think I might trade in this PS5 for the PS5 Pro for this game. I hope, and I doubt it's going to happen, but it'd be nice if the cost of that came down like $150, because I want to play this game as it's intended to be played.
Films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures in new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight.
Bro. This game's gonna be sick. This game's gonna be sick. I came in here, and I was hoping this would happen. I came in here expecting to like be like, oh, it's just a revenge quest. And I don't know if I want, it's Assassin's Creed. Sucker Punch. Come on. Yes.
Fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you. As she makes progress against the Yotei 6, her legend as the Onryo grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money.
Wait, what? Hunt down her own bounties?
On her own bounties that bring her all around the land.
Did we just get Witcher 3? This is the Witcher board. What do they call it in Witcher 3? It's the Witcher contracts. The boards. Oh, a murderer who lures in the weary at a campsite marked by lanterns. Sick. This is the Witcher board.
Land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
This is so sick. Okay, yeah. It's more than a vengeance. Oh, this is so sick.
You're not off plan, Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
And it's clearly, you can tell. I mean, you can see it even in this. It has 60 FPS all day. Maybe not this part. I love this theme. It sounds like Western.
Hidden in the world are altars of reflection. Finding one inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead.
Oh, okay. So this is like the talent trees, specializations.
They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer. Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most. But we think the best way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Dude, that's what I love about Elden Ring. That's like I can see that moment when I was streaming and I was talking about that. How one of my favorite things about Elden Ring, and I'm going to say it right now. I'm looking forward to this game and all that. Elden Ring crushed. I don't think any game is going to do it like Elden Ring. Not even Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Nothing was more fun in Elden Ring than just literally running around the environment, and then you like this, and you just turn and look, and you're like, "What is that?" And you look, and then, and you just go in that direction. Dude, Elden Ring crushed it when it came to that. But I do like that that's in this game. And when they would talk about the cartographer and, getting a map, I already feel like just with what it is 8 minutes in, with what I'm already hearing, I would probably not take a map. This would be something that I would want to go very, very slow. And this is so amazingly well done.
That's right.
Look at that. I spend a lot of time in the photo mode in this game. Or in Tsushima. It's going to even be more in this one.
The lands around Yotei are fast. It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. Embrace that curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
Mastering the blade. All right, let's go.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, a surigama, odachi, or dual swords? Each is uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Plant sight.
Wait, I just bragged a little bit earlier about like beating this game, beating Tsushima. You didn't have, did you have different styles in that game that you would switch to? Like if you had to fight spear or different types of people? I can't remember. But I think they're trying to emphasize that with the different weapons.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
This is our food, from our soil. The soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us? Inokichi steals our crops while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No. She's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight.
Hell yeah.
Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision.
This is so cool. I'm gonna say it, man. I already it's gonna sound so strange. I already like this approach more than I liked Jin Sakai. I had to say it that way. I gotta make the comparison. I think Jin Sakai is an amazingly written character. And I think that the way that they approached the design of just not him narratively, but just gameplay was fantastic. This is just the next level of that. The fact that she uses multiple weapons in combat is so awesome.
If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them. Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge odachi blade is best.
Dude, look at that. Look at the weapons. And it plays a little bit like much of the same.
He looks
I like
like
that.
the one in charge.
I can see, I can almost imagine people watching the state of play and being like, "Oh, it looks the same," or "It looks so similar." I like the way Ghost of Tsushima played, and even when like you had that situation where one of the characters was interrogating those villagers, that seemed like a typical Ghost of Tsushima encounter. Even this, I mean, it's a little more comprehensive with the way that you're getting into certain towns and areas. You really didn't go into areas like that in Tsushima, but this is just like the next step in that. I really like the way they're approaching this.
Tonight, we feast! Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Ooh.
A bounty hunter? A ghost? Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords are best against spears.
Okay, it's driving me crazy, but I can't remember it now. But when the narrator just said dual weapons are good against swords, I think what it was, there was different stances that you could go into, because if you just, I think it was like samurai was one stance and there was another stance. I can picture Jin like putting the weapon above his head and then putting it down by his side. And I think depending on which one it was, you'd have to deal with enemies a particular way. That's how you could parry certain enemies that you can parry in other stances. And I guess this game is doing it's you know, like I said, it's much of the same. Instead of them doing stances, it's weapons.
No more!
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt, including a mysterious wolf.
Oh,
Atsu can set up camp under the stars of Ezo. But she's not always alone.
sleeping horse.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you. In fact, in place of the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of
Whoa, how is this real?
managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo. Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open-world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique items. This helps ensure you have every opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring, the game comes to you.
That's kind of cool. Convenient.
While exploring Ezo, you'll discover all sorts of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your chosen playstyle. Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you.
You know, I was going to say that what I try to do in some of these games is I try to pick the one that's the most story accurate. So for me, in Ghost of Tsushima, what I found to be something that I did almost in alliance with the story is I would play the character like he was a samurai, and then the more tools I got that allowed Jin Sakai to fight in the cover of night or like to ambush people, the more of those tools I used, because he was the ghost, he was mysterious, he was, you know, this enigmatic figure that didn't fight anything like a samurai, this vengeful spirit of Tsushima come back to destroy the Mongols, right? And when they said that just now, when the narrator mentioned that you can play it in a variety of different ways. I was thinking, oh, well, I would play it like, and I thought, well, no, she's just this like cutthroat mercenary that uses any type of weapon that she can use in order to win a fight. I'm like, oh, well, okay. I mean, I can see myself playing with all the weapons then, because I'd want to like match it as closely as I could to the way that I think the story is going.
And of course, customize the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want.
Dude, just like a regular villager. Oh, was that the Tsushima armor? Oh, that looks like Ronin armor. All right, hold up. Let's run this back a second.
And fights.
It's the regular village woman. This is so
Just
great.
the
This is
way
so
you
great. Hold on. That one's good. I like that one. White and black. Okay, I thought this might have been the Tsushima armor. I'm sure it's in the game. Like, you know, these games always do that where you can wear Jin Sakai's armor, but I thought this might have been in it. It's pretty close to like the original version that you get. That Taka makes, but not quite it. No, that's what I thought it was. Yo, I'm not tripping. Let me pull this up in Google. That looks like, it's not it, but it looks like Jin Sakai's armor. It's pretty close. All right. Got the kind of like this cape thing here. He does have the armor. It's these beads. Got the blades here. Less weapons here. Got the strap. This is a closer picture, actually. I just think I think that there probably is going to be, just for the sake of like it'd be fun to just have the ghost armor in the game, like you unlock it as like one of the final pieces of armor. But yeah, pretty cool. That looks like the running armor. Oh. What? That's not actual gameplay.
The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors,
The Western flavors, I can definitely hear it already.
brought to life through an exciting collaboration of many talented artists.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately
We gotta
after
pull
the
those
show.
up. Okay, all right, special modes. Okay, yeah, the photo mode.
The digital
let's get it.
photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo.
I had so much fun with this. There's a video I made, and I think it's on my YouTube account, but there's a video that I made that I was really, really proud of a lot of the different shots that I took in that game. God, man. I'm not gonna pull up on the stream, but I mean, I think I spent like a handful of days just running around the island, and I didn't look at the internet. I didn't want to see what other pictures people were coming with. I just ran around Tsushima after you beat the game, and you kind of have free reign to go everywhere. And I was just in all different types of environments, different outfits. Man.
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ
I might play it that way the first time through. So I'm going to say something about that. I wanted to play the game in Japanese the first time I played it, but what made it really tricky is that there were call outs that the character. No, I'm lying. I'm totally lying. I played it in English the first time, but I think that the second time I think I wanted to play it in Japanese, and I couldn't because there's certain call outs that the characters make where they're about to attack and they say something. And what they say kind of gives you an idea of how to prepare for the incoming attack. And I just didn't know. Like I didn't know what they were saying because I don't know Japanese. So like I was literally getting hit like at the very beginning of the game when they're just like, the characters don't say this, but I'm just gonna give it an example. I'm attacking from the left. So when I know that, I'm like, okay, guard from the left. But if they say that in Japanese, I don't know what attacking from the left is. So then I get hit from the left, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be hard. And so I ended up switching back to English. But if something like that isn't in this game, where it may seem like it's not, and maybe it's more about the weapons that you choose, that might be a way more interesting way to play the game. At least upon first playthrough.
生きてたか。
狼の姫。一人残らず息の根止めたと思った。
また会えたな。
刀鍛冶の娘。
覚えておけ。アツだ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates.
I knew that they had. I didn't know that they. Okay, that's pretty sick. I knew that I played the Kurosawa mode in Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't know that they partnered with the estate. I thought that was just them winging it and trying to, because it was almost perfect. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that they partnered with them to get it that accurate. That's so sick.
It's his classic black and white films.
It looks so good like that. That's got to be the main theme. Now that I realize, now that I'm hearing it, I'm like getting sucked into because of the black and white Kurosawa mode. But that's got to be the main theme. That must be it. This. So, man, look at that.
For Ghost of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate two other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a whole.
Ooh, that frame rate took the dip.
First, we've partnered with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense, raw experience along with increased mud and blood splatter. And lastly, we've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo.
No, dude, no way. No, hold on. Let me not freak out. I'm already freaking out. What are they going to say?
Watanabe. Turn this mode on.
Dude, the fucking lo-fi. Oh. This is why I couldn't have watched this live. I thought about trying to, record this live, but then my brain went, no, because if I record it live, I just would have been pausing it like I am now. Oh, this is a great state of play. This is a great state of play, man. I'm nerd now. This is so cool.
Watanabe. Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself.
It looks perfect. It's perfect as is. Like them playing what they have right now and what we're looking at. Is it not? It's perfect.
There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yotei playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
I can't imagine what they're gonna say. Some sort of special edition? Oh, the PlayStation? Okay. And it's a PS5 Pro, right? Yeah, it's got the one. Yeah, so. Ooh, I don't like that disk drive, though. Get it out of here. Go and get.
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6.
I have full
Forge
faith.
your own path while discovering this.
Like, if we got this game, if like we got the game that's just represented in this 21 minutes and the rest of it was trash, it'd still be really good.
Secrets of Ezo. To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo.
One of the things I have another aspect of this that I have full faith in, and it won't be disappointed if I'm wrong, but I hope that they do not reference Jin Sakai at all in this game. It is 300 years later. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. And one of the things I think they might be trying to do, like the Ghost title is for us, the players, the audience, the marketing, right? So that we know, oh, hey, it's a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. I get it. But in the world, in that universe where this is taking place, like they have a term for it already. It's not the Ghost, it's the Onryu, which is a type of ghost, but it would just be strange to me and something that I think Assassin's Creed would try to do, or Ubisoft would try to do when they shoehorn it into their games. It would be nice if, like, as much as they could, this was her own story, completely separate from him in any capacity.
Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd. Thank you so much for watching.
Just picture this. You don't have to picture it. You can just look at it. Imagine being here in the game and then looking at this place in the distance and then being like, you know what? When I go to this spot, I'm going to take the forest here on the left, the trees, and I'm going to run through the trees and then like wind back towards the center and then get here. And then when you get here, there's like something way off here in this distance right there. And you're like, whoa, what is that? So you pull out like your scope and you take a look at it. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even see that building when I was way back here. And then you go over there. And none of that has anything to do with the Yotei 6 or the Yotei 6. This might be the game, man. This is definitely going to be the thing. I hope that my life isn't drastically different between now and then because this is something that I really want to spend time with. Everything I saw is phenomenal. And as much as I do enjoy this, I'm still not going to be the kind of person that's just going to blindly, get this game like day one. I'll probably still wait and see what the reviews look like. Hopefully there's pre-reviews that I can take a look at. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Yeah.